range top laners, you know, Vayne, Quinn, Teemo. See, throughout the ages, many people have debated whether range top laners are OP or not. However, I don't think so. I've played them before. They're pretty bad. They're pretty easy to defeat in lane. You just have to outposition them, play the game well. They're not good. Well, they're okay. But the thing they can never be defeated in, is rage bait. They're the masters of rage bait. No other champion, no other role can come close to the level of annoyance these things have. They are so frustrating for so many reasons. So this is my quest. This is my quest to find a way not just to beat them in lane, but to beat their mental game. Alright, in my opinion, the first way to defeat the range top laners is to first become the range top laner. Then I can learn what makes them tick, what they find annoying, if they find anything annoying, which they must. So I like Ashe top. The reason I Ashe top is because Ashe is the number one thing that no one wants to play against top. Ashe is the most annoying champion ever top. Her kit is designed to be annoying top. Like, every attack she uses is a slow. Actually, it's undeniable stuff. You know, she can see anywhere on the map. Oh, you're just like on the other side of the map? No, she's got an ice arrow that's going to stun you for 200 years. It's not even coming from the direction you expect. Ashe is really annoying. But if I can find a way to rage bait me, someone with a relatively good mental usually, on Ashe top, I can find a way to rage bait any range top laner. This little bit has nothing to do with the game, but I just thought I'd show you this truly beautiful play. That was an amazing flash by Volibear. That was incredible. I could never replicate something that good. At this point in the game, I was thinking I have Vega in my game. This is why I hate Ashe so much. Like, look, there's so little counterplay. He's so slow. I think this is the biggest problem I think people have against range top laners. They don't play aggressively enough. Like, if you just like, well, actually, I don't know, but yeah, the enemy team in this game is really good at the game. I know people say Ashe has like really low damage for a ADC, but she feels, maybe I'm just not used to ADCs, but she feels really. That happened, yeah. I recalled outside that minion. That minion was probably the best player on the enemy team. That minion was locked in. I wish I was as good as that minion. Yeah, really not much interesting was happening in lane. I was pretty much just bullying this kid the whole time. It is what it is. I felt very bad. I was actually a bit upset because there was just, I'm meant to be finding ways to annoy range top lanes, but I'm not found nothing. He does deal a bit of damage there, and I'm like, I'm cooked, yeah. So yeah, that was a good game by Bully. I'm like, okay, maybe Ashe isn't that bad at the game. Decided to go for not ruined. Decided to go for boots. I'm pretty sure here, yeah. Because movement speed is the best stat in the game. Then he hits me with that bam, but like, look, there's no damage. I deal more damage with one auto attack. Is this actually just like undefeatable strategy? Like, see, he can win that, but I can punish so hard. Then I hit him with a completely useless ultimate just for the style points. yeah, that happened. Goodness. Rangel was kind of disgusting, I have to say. That was, no, that was not good. And here I was actually like, whoa, Aatrox is, I actually got cooked up, like, he just hit his full combo, I'm like 2 health. But no, I win this. He should have all-in, like, you can't walk away from, and then Volibear does this incredible play. Volibear is truly a god at the game. I think he might be fake. Yeah, you'd think I was cooked there, but he kind of decided to run away for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I feel like he wins that. He had his like third Q, and his third Q does like 2 million damage. It's like the strongest ability in the game. This Volibear is so good at the game. I actually can't. There's no counterplay against him. There's really just nothing I can do. Like, look, bro. He's giving me brain damage. Like, what just happened there? I feel like me and Hecarim just synergized so well there. I feel like we just became the same person. It was actually so nice. Yeah, he got void grubs there. It's nice. Means I can just split push Aatrox's ass off. Not split push, just push, because yeah, pretty much I've been pushing up and now I can just take tower because like he's there, but I don't care. I'm not fighting him, bro. I'm fighting this turret. Made sure I went into push there. I was a bit traumatized after last time. I genuinely was like 100% sure I'm gonna lose that. And this is like the point in the game where you kind of like, you're winning so hard, you forget that like you could actually lose the game. And that does happen. And the whole time I was like, oh, I can't believe I didn't get 2 kills there. That was so annoying, bro. I played that so badly. Yeah, I took the turret over there. It's really nothing interesting was happening. I was just bullying this poor Aatrox. I feel so bad they had to play. That was so annoying. That he's 5 on that, but like yeah, Volley did just attack a minion with his Q. This Volibear's too powerful. He's really just too good. But me and Hecarim are like on the same mental wavelength type thing. So we just cook that up. And yeah, I'm taking another turret. Ash's split push potential is too powerful. I don't know what the Xerath's doing. I don't know why he decided he could like play the game against me. Probably was not worth flashing there, but and the entire team spawned in. I mean, I'm not that good, but they immediately surrendered because I mean, I'd surrender too. That game was actually I wouldn't surrender.
I would like to now hold a memorial for our fallen comrade. Orv is peak. I'm sorry you had to endure that. Know that it is for the greater good, and I will fight for what is I did to you. I'm so very sorry.
Game starts immediately by me being jump scared by Yasuo. That was genuinely terrifying, but he didn't really do anything after it. Yasuo is a very annoying champion in lane. He just jumps on you, and there's really not that much you can do, because even if you're spaced, your minions aren't. I was doing like okay here. I think it's outfarming me a little bit. It's, you know, it's a close lane, but it was always going to be. Yasuo is very strong in lane, and I feel like he definitely counters ranged top laners. But luckily, my team is here to carry my ass, no matter how badly I play. That was a pretty slick barrier, though. That was cold, what I did to him there. I gotta say, the wind walls are pretty annoying. They're like, especially if you're a mage, right? Like, you use the ultimate, and yeah, so it's just like, nah. Yeah, you actually didn't hit me with that. Annoying our champion. Somehow we don't get that kill. I think I should have flashed a little bit later. Bro, at this point I was getting so angry at that wheel. I was past that, but it still blocked. Like, and at this point I was thinking maybe there is hope. Maybe there's a way to. You jumped me again, but anyway, I was like, Yasuo is the key. He just bullies range top laners so hard. And he can play other matchups too. And he's got the wind wall, which is like mega rage bait. And he also lives that. Yasuo is the key. Bro, look at that beautiful wind wall. I can't even see us now. It's so perfectly annoying. Sadly for this Yasuo though, I do have a goated team who carried me so hard. Then, because I have a little bit of gold, I decided to build a different item, which is, you know, it's a fair thing to do, a bit odd, but like, yeah. Then, next time I went to the shop, I kept building the same item, didn't go back to the first one, but, you know, I think I hit his phantom teammate. I hit the ghosts, bro. Trust me, there was an invisible, LeBlanc right there. Wait, I don't think LeBlanc can go. Oh, she can't go invisible with her passive. I don't know why I was just like playing the game really badly, but you know, I don't know why he windwalled there, but I was feeling pretty good about this. You know, like this is the only point in time in playing League I want to die. Because I want him to prove that there's a way to win this. And I played that like I'm a faker and win that. I do not know how he died there. See, now I've completed not the item. I got so confused. I was like, hang on. I've been building Blade of the Rune King since the start of the game. Then I started building Ghost Dancers. And then the first item I finished was Kraken Slayer. I did not know what I was doing there. Somehow Brochacha lives that. Now, I was picking to Baron because essentially in the Elo I play, no one actually knows how to do Baron, like at all. They just don't, like, they don't not. Maybe they good at doing Baron. I've never seen them do Baron. They never do Baron. I've seen entire games where at no point Baron is even. No one fights for Baron. No one, like, they just ignore Baron. To them, Baron doesn't exist. That was definitely not a great call on my part, but I don't know. I feel like we should have won that. But you see, they don't do Baron because they just don't. It's free. There was like whole team dead, but they don't do it because they never will. I got carried really, really hard by my teammates. They were actual maniacs in this game. I don't know how they did that well. In this whole time, I was like sweating so hard. I hate playing ADCs. It requires so much brain power. You have to like press 50 buttons and then click every spot on the map, and like, yep. I was still really confused about my shop. You can see how long I was like, how the fudge muffins? Did I get Kraken Slayer first? It was the third item I got a thing for. It was the second. Or was it? Even, I'm even confused now, bro. The enemy team was a bit goofy. They kept just like going in one by one. I don't know. I mean, it is. I presume they're not in a team, but still. We can do better than this, can't we? I did die. I'm thinking if Yasuo doesn't work as my counter to ADC stop, I might have to try Udyr. Also, because I just want to try Udyr, because he sounds like the weirdest champion ever. Like, he has 4 basic abilities, but they're also all his ultimate. Say what? I still, at this point in the game, had not got my Blade of the Ruined King. This was meant to be the first item I got. Bro, by like 5 minutes, I had the first 2 items for it. But then I sold my Dora's Blade like an actual someone who actually plays the game's decent at it. I think, maybe that's not even not to play. Oh, look at this beautiful way I help my team look. I'm gonna have to be in the fight. Boom. A genius. Yeah, I really didn't have to do anything there. My team's just crazy, but then I was like, I'll teleport in. I had no impact on this game. I could do whatever I want, nothing had any consequence. I could run it down like 50 times, we'd still win this. I'm completely meaningless. I finally got Blade of the Ruined King. Actually took me 200 years. Drake was the least contested thing the world has ever seen. But then they decided to contest it like 5 years after we'd taken it. And it's called like cleaning up afterwards, but we didn't take any damage, so that doesn't really work here. Notice how neither team has even thought about taking Barry. Hey, I facilitated that engage pretty slickly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how Viego, like, he's so good at the game, but he decides to be stupid and chase a deer. Like, why? You're not catching him. And then he dies. Like, he was so good at the game. But he happens to the best of us. Everyone can greed. I was like, oh, okay, I can just use the hex gate to leave now. But I fail it. I don't know how you fail it, but I fail it. If I fail it again, and then I get CC'd while channeling it. I can't use this thing. I failed 3 times. There was a bit of a fight up there, but we're already winning, so I'm like, I'll fire an arrow. I hit the phantom teammate, trust. It's gonna loop, it's gonna come off the map and back into my next game. Odir was genuinely the only enemy who seemed to care about me. It was kind of nice to like recognize that maybe I do have some impact in the game, even if I like really didn't, but you know. It's nice to think though, yeah, the game ended like 2 seconds afterwards, they surrendered. That game showed one overwhelming answer. Yasuo is the key. He's the absolute master of not only winning lane, like really hard against ranged toppers, but also like cooking up their mental with this goofy wind wall that blocks projectiles even if you're like well past it, I swear. It's perfect. So now I have to go, I have to train my Yasuo, I have to work at it. I'll even become a Yasuo main if I have to. I will master Yasuo.